types of capital. Now there are various types of capital, and over here we will be learning about those paid up share capital which I had ignored in the initial part of the lecture. Now understand that when a company starts, it needs to have some money with it. Okay? That money is actually invested in the business, and that is called as capital. But it is not always possible that the company's capital will only be contributed by its board of directors or the owners of the company. So what they do, they make shares, and what they do, they put these shares, they ask the public to subscribe for it, so that the company can give away its shares. Those shares would be purchased, the purchaser will become the owner of the company, and in return the company can get some money. So coming to the first one, what is authorized capital? Authorized capital is the maximum amount of capital that the company can raise through issue of shares. That is, by the method of issuing of shares, the maximum money that a company can collect. That is what is called as authorized capital. Now suppose the authorized capital of a particular company is 10 lakh rupees. So see, the breakup is given. Rupees 10, one share costs rupees 10, and the company has 1 lakh shares. So what is the authorized capital? 10 lakh rupees. What does that mean? That means कि the company can offer maximum 1 lakh shares to its public for offering. Okay, the company has 1 lakh shares with it, and each share costs rupees 10. So the company will collect maximum of 10 lakh from this. The company cannot offer more than 1 lakh shares to the public. Clear? Now coming to the next one is the issued capital. What is issued capital? Issued capital is the part of authorized capital which is offered by the company to the general public. Now what is the maximum limit? The maximum limit is 1 lakh shares. But the company may think that why should I offer 1 lakh shares? I offer 80,000 shares to the public. So the part of the authorized capital which the company offers to the public, that is actually called as the issued capital. See, out of 10 lakh, the company is offering 8 lakh. That means the company is offering 80,000 shares out of 1 lakh shares to the public for purchasing it. Clear? And the part which it is keeping with itself, that is, if we subtract these two, what will come? 10 lakh minus 8 lakh, how much it will come? 2 lakh. So the part of authorized capital which is not offered by the company to the general public for subscription, that is called as unissued capital. That means we are not issuing it to the public, we are not offering it to the public. Clear? So 2 lakh, what is the breakup? Rupees 10 per share, and how many shares it is? 20,000 shares. Clear? Okay. Now the next one is subscribed capital. Now what is subscribed capital? See, how much has the company offered? The company has offered, let's check how much. The company has offered 8 lakh rupees, and if we break, we see 80,000 shares into 10. Now it depends on the public now, that how much they are willing to buy. So out of this 80,000, the actually how much the public is purchasing, that becomes my subscribed capital. See, the part of issued capital for which the applications are received from the public. Okay, how much did the company offer? The company offered 80,000 shares, but how much did the public actually subscribe? The public actually subscribed for 50,000 shares, thereby making the subscribed capital as 50,000 into rupees 10, that is 5 lakh. Clear? Now if you are getting confused, just there is one simple logic. Suppose while taking admission in a school, the school has maximum 100 seats with it for class 11 students. Beyond 100, it cannot invite or it cannot give admission to any student, isn't it? If it is having only 100 seats, it will give admission to 100 students only, not more than that. So that 100 students or 100 seats, that is equal to your authorized capital. We cannot invite more than that. Now, easy to understand? Okay. Sometimes it may happen that the school decides to keep 10 seats as a backup or something, and it says that I will invite application for only 90 seats. Could happen, isn't it? So the school says that it puts up a poster, admission invited for class 11 students, only 90 seats available. So how much is the school offering as a seat? That is 90 seats. So that is becomes the something like the issued capital. The seats which the school is offering and the shares which the companies is offering, don't you think almost they are similar? So the seats or the shares which we are offering to the public for coming and purchasing it, that becomes the issued capital. And the 10 seats which I kept as a reserve or something, that becomes my unissued capital. Clear? Which I am not offering to the public, which I am not offering to the students. Now out of those 90 seats, just think, could be chances that all the 90 seats have been, applications have come, or it can be that only 70 applicants have come, isn't it? So the part for which the applications are actually received, that is called as the subscribed capital. Okay? How much happens in this case? I am offering 90 seats. I get application only for 70 seats. So 70 is my sort of subscribed capital. Able to understand? Now, so till here it would be clear what is authorized, issued, unissued and subscribed. Now coming to the called up capital. Now out of subscribed capital, see how much was my subscribed capital? 5 lakh rupees, and each shares is of 10 rupees. 50,000 shares I am offering. Now out of this rupees 10, what do I say my shareholders? I say that do not pay me the full money now. I know your share is of 10 rupees. Do not pay me full money now. What you can do, you pay me only 7 rupees for the time being. Okay, I can say that. So what is called up capital? The part of the subscribed capital which has been called up by the company. See, out of 10 rupees, I am asking for only 7 rupees. So 7 into 50,000, that is 3 lakh 50. Is it clear? And the part which I am leaving, I am not asking for my shareholders to pay. That is my uncalled capital. I am not calling them to pay. Okay. So how much have I left? Total cost was rupees 10. I am asking them to pay only 7. So how much is the leftover part? 3. So 3 into 50,000, that makes 1 lakh 50 rupees. That is my uncalled capital. Clear? And now comes the concept of paid up capital. What is paid up capital? The paid up capital is the part of the called up capital for which payment has been received. As in, I am calling how much? I say that you have to pay 7 rupees. Now, how much do they pay? That becomes the paid up capital. So, out of 7 rupees that I am asking for, they are paying only 4 rupees. For example, this is just an example. Out of 7, they can pay full 7 also, not an issue. But just in order to explain, I have taken up the figure 4. So that 7 rupees which I am calling from my shareholders, that you have taken my shares, now each share costs rupees 10, isn't it? So you don't pay me 10 rupees now, you just pay me 7 rupees. The shareholder says, Okay, I'll see. Now I'll see what he does. He does not pay me the full 7 rupees. He pays me only 4 rupees. So rupees 4 into 50,000 shares, that makes it 2 lakh rupees. So actually the money that is coming in the company, the part of the called up capital against which payment has been received, that is called as the paid up capital. So now you understood the meaning of paid up capital. What is paid up capital? It is that capital for that number of shares for which payment has actually been received. Clear? So these were the types of capital. First, authorized. Okay, that is the full maximum limit. Beyond this I cannot issue any share. Issued, the one which I offer to them. Unissued, the percentage or the part which I do not offer to them. Subscribe, the one which they have said that yes I will purchase. They have given me applications. Called up, the amount of money which I take from them. I say that you have to pay me 7 rupees. Uncalled, the part which I do not ask from them now. And paid up means the amount that they actually pay me. That is the paid up capital. So that is all for today. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.